The second child, who always plays along with his brother, Alif. Chika also likes to make friends and try new things, like her brother, like Inong and Alif. Chika also enjoys playing Krito Surong.
The only child of a kind and wise mother and father. She is curious and very interested in Kirito Surong games.
The first child, who has one younger sister, like to make friends and enjoy trying new things, like Alif is also very interested in the Karito Sorong game.
By a bully from Hawaii, USA, he is fluent in Indonesian because he was born and lived in Jakarta until the age of 9. Bai also has an interest in playing Krito Surong.
The wooden wheel passed quickly over a small block. The beam was about 5 meters long. After going through the small blocks, the wheel now has to go through a zigzag-shaped track. A grown man sits on a board attached to the back of a wheel. His hands are holding on to two small pieces of wood on either side of the board. Meanwhile, another person pulls the cart from behind like pushing a cart in general. They were participants in the Karita Surong competition that Inong was watching. Many people gathered around the participants. They were cheering for the participants to success through the obstacles. Inong was lost in the excitement. She couldn't take her eyes off the sight she was seeing for the first time.
How exciting your child looks! I'll be wholesome. Watch the video first, no? Come on, help mom serve dinner.
Yes, Mom. You can take a little longer, Mom. It's exciting, Inong replied. Mom agreed to Inong's request on the condition that it shouldn't to be long. Inong's eyes refocused on the video on her father's laptop screen. Suddenly, there was the sound of greetings from the front door. Inong quickly answered and opened the door. Waalaikumsalam. Ah, Daddy is home, Inong said while kissing her father's hands. Once inside the house, Inong immediately invited Dad into the living room. Inong couldn't wait to show him the video he had just watched. Inong had many questions about the video. Daddy was just about to answer Inong's question, but Mom's words stopped him.
Let me rise and take a shower first.
Mom said, and they all agreed. In the evening, Inong waited faithfully for her father in front of his laptop. Dad, whose had just finished frying Asia, was immediately bombarded by Inong's questions. She was very curious about the stroll games she had watched earlier that afternoon. Dad, why don't you invite Inong to watch this competition? What is this competition called, Dad? Inong wants to join a competition like this, Dad. Inong kissed her father with many questions. Explain Dad. Dad asked curiously. Oh, Mom asked Inong to take a family photo file on the laptop, Dad. I got an assignment from the teacher to collect the best family photos. So, Inong opened Dad's laptop and found the video, sighed Inong. Dad, let's tell you again about the Karate Surang competition. Inong wants to hear that. By the way, can Inong play Karate Surang, Dad? Inong asks that hopefully. Inong nods happily at his answer. Then my father told me about the history of Kritasura. As time goes by, there are now more and more means of transportation. Kritasura is no longer used as a means of transportation. To preserve the local culture, the community then organized a Kritasura competition. That they explained that the video Inong had seen was made when Dad was not married. Therefore, Inong was not in the video. At the time, my dad and his friend were representing Bangka Belitung City in a provincial competition. Dad and his team won first place that time. They made it through all the obstacles in the fastest time. In the game of Kritasura, there are indeed several obstacles that must be overcome. The obstacles usually consist of planks, zigzags, and small blocks. That explains that the Kritasura competition has its own value. This race can train agility, speed, balance, cooperation, cohesion, as well as bring unity. It is very comforting for father. And also in the video that people were all happy. They gathered and encouraged each other.
That's right, now. That's why it said that this race can bring unity to the community. The Kritasura competition must be preserved because it is part of our culture.
But why it's so rare to see father now? Inong is 10 years old but has never seen a Kritasura competition. Is it no longer held? Inong asks in surprise.
Actually, I do, but not too often and only at certain moments. Incidentally, when it was held, my father did not have time to invite Inong to watch. Next month, God willing, the Central Bangka Regency government will hold a Kritasura competition.
Really, Dad? Inong wants to watch. Dad, Inong wants to come. Take Inong with you, Dad. We're going right, Dad? Inong wants to make a vlog about Kritasura, Dad. Is it okay, Dad?
Yes,
Inong
God
kept
willing.
asking
We will
that
go and visit
question.
Ato in Koba. It happens to be Sunday afternoon, so we can go to the Ato's house first. We'll take Mom, Grandpa, and Grandma too.
Dad replied, making Inong jump up and down with excitement. Inong asked Dad for permission to invite Alif and Chika, her cousins. Inong then borrowed Mom gadgets to call Alif and Chika. She wants to tell her cousin about her plan to see the Kritasura competition in Central Bangka. Alif and Chika were curious about the Kritasura that Inong told them about. Inong promised to explain about Kritasura to Alif and Chika. Mom lets them watch it on YouTube with her gadget after school tomorrow. That night, Inong slept filled with beautiful dreams. She imagined with being with her extended family watching the Kritasura competition. It would be a lot of fun.
The long-awaited day had arrived. The inter-district Kritasura competition would take place on that sunny Sunday. Inong was happy because she would be able to see the Kritasura game firsthand. Early in the morning, Alif and Chika, accompanied by their father and mother, came to Inong's house. After preparing the items to be brought, they all set off. They used to minibus owned by Inong's father and Alif's father. Inong rode in Dad's car with Alif and Chika and two of Dad's office mates. Mom and grandparents rode in Alif's mom and Dad's car. At 7 o'clock in the morning, their two cars were already traveling from Pangkal Pinang to Koba. Arriving at Atok's house, Inong was delighted. It turned out that Atok had made a kereta surong for Inong. The one-wheeled carriage was painted with Inong's favorite color, light green. It didn't take long before Inong invited her two cousins to try the kereta surong. They were given permission to play on the field, but they had to be careful. How happy Inong was to be able to try riding her own kereta surong. To determine who rides and who push, they did a suit. First, it was Inong's turn to push. Chika sat on the train board. Then it was Inong's turn to ride, and Alif pushed the train, so on. While they were having fun playing kereta surong, Inong glimpsed someone taking a picture of them. Inong told Alif and Chika about it. They decided to stop playing and confront the figure. From a distance, the figure waved to Inong, Alif, and Chika. Out of curiosity, Alif, and Chika approached the figure wearing the action. From a distance, it seems that his head was not far from Inong. The boy, who turned out to be a Caucasian, immediately introduced himself. Inong, Alif, and Chika took turns welcoming Mike's helping hand. They then introduced themselves to each other. Mike said that he and his father were on vacation in Bangka Belitung. They deliberately came to Central Bangka to witness the kereta surong competition.
I apologize, guys.
Mike said. Inong, Alif, and Chika said they didn't mind. Mike said he was very interested to tradition of the kereta surong game. Inong replied with a smile.
Of course we don't mind, Mike, but we're curious how you are fluent in Indonesia.
Inong was proud that a boy was fluent in Indonesian, but couldn't help being curious.
Oh, my parents and I have lived in Indonesia. My puppy works in Jakarta and I was born there. It was only a year ago that we moved back to the United States.
Explained Mike. Inong, Alif, and Chika nodded in understanding. They started telling Mike about the fun of playing kereta surong. Mike was very happy to hear it and asked permission to try playing kereta surong. After the four of them stood up, the first to push was Mike. With a little stiffness, Mike began to push the train that Alif was riding. He tried to balance the position of the train so that it would run well. But unfortunately, while on the downhill, Mike was unable to hold the train. Finally, the train slid down the side of the road and into the ditch. Luckily, Alif had jumped before the train fell into the ditch. Inong, Chika, and Mike made sure that Alif was okay. After that, they checked the state of the crashed train. Mike felt guilty and apologized for the incident. It turned out that Inong's stroller was broken at the wooden part where the passengers were holding on. The four of them worked together to pull the cart from the ditch. The train was successfully pulled, but they could not continue the game, Mike said with a face full of regret. Inong, who saw Mike sad, tried to cheer him up. So did Alif and Chika.
It's okay, Mike. Take it easy. Inshallah, my Apple will be able to fix it. Once it's fixed, we can play again.
Inong consoled and was confirmed by Alif and Chika. The four of them then walked the carriage to Atok Inong's house. Unexpectedly, Mike stayed at Atok's neighbor's house. The house does serve as a residence for tourists. Inong introduced Mike to Dad, Mom, Atok, Grandma, and Grandpa. Since it was lunchtime, they all ate together at Atok's house. Mike was very happy to be able to taste the various Bangka Belitung specialties prepared by Atok. After lunch, Atok checked on Inong's broken stroller. Not long after, Inong's stroller was successfully repaired. Inong, Alif, Chika, and Mike were happy and thanked Atok.
Inong, Alif, Chika, and Mike still want to play Krito Surong. However, because it was already noon and the sun was very hot, Atok told them no. They were asked to rest before going to Perlang village to watch the Krito Surong competition. The time passed quickly. At exactly 3 o'clock, they were all ready to leave for Perlang village. Alif, Inong, Chika, and Mike were excited and couldn't wait to see the Krito Surong competition. Inong did not forget to bring her camera. She plans to make a vlog of the Krito Surong competition to upload on her father's YouTube channel. Likewise with Mike, he broke his camera and gadget to make the same vlog. After 40 minutes of traveling, they arrived at Perlang village. The village was bustling with people gathered in the field on the edge of Lake Padi. There were also foreign tourists who seemed enthusiastic about watching the preparation for the Krito Surong competition. The participants were equally excited. There are several teams that will compete from various districts or cities. Each team wore clothes with matching colors. They were busy preparing their stores or Krito Surong. Each team's Krito was painted with colorful paint, making it look very lively. The master of ceremonies was seen taking the stage to open the event. After listening to speech from the organizer, the village head, and the agent, the competition has begun. The competition consisted of preliminary, semi-final, and final rounds. Inong, Alif, Chika, and Mike and their own teams. Inong championed to the team from Bangka Pinang, while Alif championed the team from Somalia. Chika favors to the team from Manggar, while Mike favors the team from Koba. While making videos and taking pictures, Inong and Mike cheer for their favorite team. Alif and Chika were equally excited. All the local and tourists who were present dissolved in joy. In the final round, it's what Inong and Mike's team that competed. They were competing for first and second place. Of course, Inong and Mike were even more excited to give their support. Although they were sad their favorite teams didn't make it to the final, Alif and Chika cheered them on. The host, aka the team from Koba, was finally declared the winner of the final round. Mike cheered happily. Inong was still happy even though her team had to come second. The region distributed trophies to the winner of the Krito Surong competition on stage. All the residents gave a standing ovation. Inong, Alif, Chika, and Mike felt very happy to have had such a special experience. When they arrived at Atok's house, Inong, Alif, Chika, and Mike were still in happy mood. They could not stop telling stories about the excitement of the race they had just seen. My videos are good. How about you, Nong? Asked Mike. Thank God my video is good too, Mike replied happily. They showed each other their recordings. If it has been uploaded, don't forget to watch the video, guys. Mike pleaded. Of course, Mike. And you also don't forget to watch my vlog. Social media like YouTube is indeed the right tool to introduce regional culture. Side in the happily. They spend the afternoon with great excitement. Alice, Chica, and Mike exchange accounts with each other, their social media. All four are still using social media under their parents' name. The four of them promised to keep in touch even though they were far apart. After Maghrib, Alice, and Chica said goodbye to return to Bangka Belitung. Ato, Mike, and their papas drove them to the courtyard. Alice and Chica felt very happy because the day was full of fun experience. Did not forget to bring home the burrito surong that Ato had made for her. The three of them planned to introduce burrito surong to their friends in Bangka Belitung.
Chess by Penebo. Happy watching! After Asar prayer, Faisal sat on the porch. His mother appeared from inside the house. She reminded him to look after the house. Don't go anywhere, okay, dear? I'm going to Grandpa's house for a while.
Okay, Mom.
Not long after his mother left, Aldi and Yoga showed up.
Zal, let's go pick some karamunting.
Faisal went quiet. Doubt filled his mind between obeying his mother or following his friend tempting over. Searching for karamunting berries was too tempting. He had never picked them straight from the tree before. When else could he do it, if not now, when the berries were in season? And then there was the temptation of swimming in the pond. He had swum there in quite a while ever since rumor about the Penebo started to spread. Faisal had heard story from his grandfather. The Penebo was said to kidnap children. He usually appeared during karamunting season, and because of that story, Faisal had never joined in berry picking before.
Or maybe you scared of the Penebo. Oh, don't be silly. I already told you, it's not real. Zal, that's just a story. We've been fine all this time.
They arrived at the location. Faisal gave when they saw the smile. Abundant karamunting berries in their village. These bushes grew around the pond. Usually, after enjoying the sweet berries, they jump into the pond. Without needing any orders, the three rushed toward the ripe karamunting berries. They looked delighted. Aldi pulled out a plastic bag he had prepared from home. Meanwhile, Yoga preferred using simple leaves to collect the berries. With agility, their hands plucked the purplish berries from the stems. Every now and then, they tasted the sweetness right from the tree. Meanwhile, Faisal's hands moved more slowly than his friends. This was his first time packing karamunting. He occasionally glanced at his friends, observing how they did it. They were so focused that they started to drift apart from each other. Meanwhile, the sun was beginning to set in the west. Without realizing it, someone was approaching Faisal. The person had actually greeted him, but Faisal was too anxious and confused to notice. Finally, the figure had to tap Faisal on the shoulder. "Hey, don't be afraid," the man said, trying to calm down Faisal. "Ho ho 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 ho," the man laughed heartily. "Of course not," he said firmly, "I'm just here to collect grass for my gods. I live in the next village," he added, pointing with his finger. Faisal let out a breath of relief. His fear began to fade. "Earlier, I also saw two kids about your age over there. They looked a bit confused." Aldi and Yoga turned around with equally joyful face. The three of them hugged. They all laughed. Meanwhile, the kind man who had helped Faisal looked on with a happy smile. After thanking the man, the three of them said goodbye and hurried home. They willingly canceled their plan to swim in the pond, especially Faisal, who was sure his mother must be worried by now. And he was right. When they arrived at the house, Faisal's mother was already waiting on the porch. The three of them immediately apologized for what they had done, so that Faisal not only for disobeying, but also for leaving without telling her mother. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.
Hey, is Chacha Aun getting married? Chacha has to wear a nice dress. Mother and Chacha chosen clothes in the cardboard.
Yellow or red?
She's confused about choosing it.
Chacha better look for it again. Chacha sort out the clothes in the cupboard.
What is it? There is a box that seems to be signing what is inside it.
Chacha asks her mother to help her get it. Her mother pulls the box from the pile of clothes.
Treasure, a red heart cloth decorated with gold thread.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Chacha showed it happily. She wanted to wear it.
Mother put the clothes on Chacha as a soul. They come to Aun even with confidence.
Everyone was amazed to see Chacha clothes. Aunt and uncle greeted Chacha. Her clothes, it was the same fabric. However, the pattern of the fabric was different from Chacha's.
How many patterns were there on the fabric?
Chacha want to know.
Mom said there was a craftsman who made it. The place is in Mentok, not far from Chacha's house. Chacha wanted to visit the place. She wanted to see it in person.
The next day, Chacha was ready and looked neat. She wanted with her mother.
Wow, what is that building? Its shape is beautiful to look at. Unique, Chacha has never seen it before.
Read the signs in the front of the building.
Why are we here? Oh, Chacha no.
Chacha looked at the pattern on the building walls.
Wow, the pattern is similar to Chacha's clothes from yesterday.
Chacha became even more excited. She rushed into the building. There were so many beautiful fabric decoration in the room. Look, there's a fabric similar to Chacha's. There's one similar to Auntie's too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 beautiful fabrics. There are red, blue, purple, and others. There are so many patterns of the cloth. It's very diverse and has its meaning. What was that sound?
Chacha was curious. She followed the sound.
Wow! There was a craftsman making clothes, weaving and weaving. That's how it works.
Chacha wants to learn it. There are 3 stages to making cool clothes. Chacha helps with the yarn dyeing process. She does the initial dyeing or cool. She is happy to help even if it is only in one stage. The next stage will be studied when Chacha grow up.
Chacha continued to walk around the room full of beautiful fabric. She saw a fabric that used to be called Limar Mentok fabric. She was busy taking selfies and capturing moments in her mother. She felt proud to be there.
Well, it's a treasure. It's our cultural heritage. We must preserve it so that it remains sustainable.
Treasure in the cupboard.
They said.
The visit was very memorable for Chacha. She returned home with a happy heart.
Chacha is determined. When she grows up, she wants to make batik jual. She wants to introduce it to the world, make the treasure more known to many people.
lempah darat untuk Mia. Bangka Belitung Child Story.
Mia was playing with her doll. Suddenly, her mother called Mia to have lunch.
Mia, it's time to lunch. Yes, Mom.
Mia immediately went to the dining table. Mia was gloomy when she opened the serving hood.
What? Vegetables again?
What happened, Mia?
I don't like vegetables, Mom.
The next day, Mom cooked fish and vegetable. Mia still didn't want to eat it. Suddenly, the phone rang.
What shall I do?
Hello, Mia. How are you, sweetie?
I'm fine, Grandma.
Grandmother knew what she had to do. She went to the kitchen to make lempah darat. It was a typical Bangka Belitung culinary dish.
Wow! It's so delicious, Grandma. I like it.
When Mom saw that, she became proud of Mia. So was Grandma. She was proud of her granddaughter. Finally, Mia wanted to eat vegetables every day. Mia would eat any vegetables. Mia started to like vegetables from that day on.
Wow, Mia, I'm proud of you.
I'm starting to like eating vegetables now.
One afternoon, Mia invited Grandma to stay over. She happily accepted Mia's invitation. Before bedtime, she told Mia a lot about Bangka Belitung's special foods. There's lempah kuning, lempah darat, and others. Grandma read a Bangka Belitung culinary book. There were many pictures of vegetables and side dishes in it. One of them had a picture of sweet potato. Grandma asked Mia to count the sweet potatoes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
After counting, there were 5 sweet potatoes. Then, grandmother flipped to the next page. On that page, there were ingredients for cooking lempah darat. There were young papaya, katuk leaves, and long beans. The seasonings were cayenne pepper, shrimp paste, sugar, and salt. Mia imagined how delicious lempah darat would be. Grandma promised to take Mia to the market tomorrow. They would buy some vegetables. Mia was very happy to hear that. Mia slowly started to get sleepy.
Yay! Thank you very much, Grandma.
After praying, Mia finally fell asleep.
Giant Ketupat and the Nenek Hill Story. Hey, I'm Yaya. Hi, I'm Ita. Hello everyone, I'm Zaki. Zaki's mother said, today there is a traditional party in his village. But Zaki doesn't know what kind of party it is. Zaki is sitting in front of the house. He is bored waiting for his mother to cook. He sees his friends. He approached them and then asked, "Where are they going?" Yaya answered, "They want to see Ketupat Gong." Zaki wants to know what Ketupat Gong is. After asking for permissions from his mother, he joins Yaya and Ita to the village hall.
The village hall is crowded with residents. Zaki wants to know what is there. There's a giant-sized ketupat. Zaki is very curious about what its contents. They are getting ready to go Nenek Hill. The mothers bring food in the suyak. The fathers play the gong and the malay drum. The journey begins. The giant ketupat was carried together. Zaki counts all the villagers who participated. Yaya informed Ita it was karamunting flower.
On the way, Zaki wanted to give up. His body was drenched in sweat from exhaustion. Ita encouraged him. Ita said that the view from the top is beautiful. After a long journey, they arrived at the top of Nenek Hill. Zaki was very happy. Ita was right. The view at the top is indeed very beautiful. Fortunately, Zaki did not give up. They gather and start the event. After praying, the giant ketupat was then cut. The contents were equally distributed to everyone. The amount was the same for each person.
The giant ketupat is filled with small ketupat. Finally, Zaki knows what the giant ketupat contains. Zaki was given ketupat by the community elder. Yaya and Ita were given lepet and pantiao. Everyone eats together. The air at the top is very cool. Here we can see the sea from afar. Monkeys are hanging in the trees. Zaki has not seen the animal for a long time. Zaki finally learned about the traditional ceremony that his mother talked about. The ceremony is to give thanks for this year's harvest. This traditional ceremony is also a manifestation of relationship between humans and nature. Yes, Ketupat Gong ceremony.
I feel thirsty. Today is so hot. Mia went to the kitchen and opened the fridge. Mia took one key lime. Mia had never tried eating this kind of lime before. She wondered, does it taste the same as regular oranges?
Ew! It's so sour!
Mia liked eating sweet oranges. Unfortunately, there were only key limes in the fridge. What should Mia do? Mia gathered the ingredients to make key lime juice. There were key limes, sugar, and warm water. She also prepared a glass, spoon, and tea strainer.
I know! I just make key lime juice!
Mia cut the key lime in half, then she squeezed it through the tea strainer into the glass. She added 1 teaspoon of sugar and a glass of warm water, stirring it well. Now Mia knows how to make delicious key lime juice. She will make it again this time. She promises not to forget.
Samudra, child of the Sawang tribe. My name is Samudra. Samudra is good at spitting fish. Samudra is also good at rowing a boat. Samudra is a child of the Sawang tribe. Every day, Samudra plays in the sea. The sea is Samudra's home. One day, Samudra saw a lot of trash at the sea. The trash was thrown by tourists who visit here. This boy's name is Ali. He was a city boy on vacation. Samudra asked Ali not to littering. Samudra and Ali are the same age. Samudra and Ali play together. Samudra and Ali raced to row a boat while singing Ancestors of a Sailor. Ali saw the sea water was so clear. Everything in the sea was clearly visible. Colorful fish swam around the reef. Ali realized that trash can pollute the sea. The fish would die and live. Ali apologized to Samudra. Come on, let's protect the sea of this country. Don't pollute the sea with garbage.
Today, Viola brings a mysterious piece of paper. What could be inside? Oh, it turns out there will be a theater competition at Margasatwa School. Reiko wants them to perform the story of the legends of Penyusuk Beach. Sagara has another idea though. What should they do now? Sagara wants them to perform the Kelinking. Wow, the class suddenly splits into two teams. Aha, Bella has a good idea. How about we do both stories?
Okay.
Okay.
The story begins with the king and queen in the kingdom of Belinyu. They have no children. They hope to have a child to become the next ruler. One night, the queen dreams of a turtle. Who will be the turtle though? Well, there is Nikki as a volunteer. Oh, my dear queen, be happy. Soon you will have a daughter. When the baby is born, give her this Komala necklace, said the turtle. Not long after the queen becomes pregnant. Then she gives birth to a beautiful daughter. The king names her Komala.
Well, is there anyone who wants to play role Komala? None of us. Oh, what are we gonna do?
Luckily, Viola steps in. She will be the Komala. Great, now they are ready to perform. Let's start practicing. The big day finally comes. Reiko's team performs their play very well. Because she was spoiled too much, Komala became naughty and lazy. Father, mother, I want to find the turtle from mother's dream. I'll catch it and take care of it. Can I do that? Asked Komala. Though seeing the turtle's ugly and smelly shape, Komala yells, Hey, ugly smelly turtle, wait for me. I want to talk to you. Are you really the turtle from my mother's dream? The turtle stays silent when Komala says rude things. It doesn't care and keeps walking, then swims into the sea. Komala runs after it into the middle of the ocean. Though she doesn't realize a big wave is coming, the wave pulls her far into the sea. From that day, the beach is called Penyusuk Beach, which means stinky turtle. Sagara's team also performs well. Other classes take the play seriously too. Now, how will the judge decide the winner? Now it's time for the judging. Well, oh yeah, Reiko's team and Sagar teams have the same score.
Hooray!